President Joe Biden applauds the passage of his Build Back Better agenda. For months, he has touted what it'll do for the nation, claiming that it's fully paid for. But right after the House approved the measure, the president, who for a brief period of time today was not actually the president, released a statement. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen explains. Owen?
That's right, Tracy. Good evening to you. President Joe Biden briefly, about an hour and a half, transferred power to Vice President Kamala Harris today when the president underwent a routine colonoscopy at Walter Reed. As for his reaction to the passage in the House of Build Back Better, here it is.
As President Joe Biden visited Walter Reed for his first routine physical since becoming president, his party was celebrating the House of Representatives passing Build Back Better, his key legislative priority now halfway to his desk for a signature. The White House press secretary told reporters,
when we look to getting the Build Back Better agenda passed, to the impact it's going to have on lowering child care, lowering elder care, the cost of elder care, lowering the cost of health care, these are all costs on families that impact what they're able to afford.
President Biden released a statement today thanking House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and House members who voted in favor, and saying he looks forward to it passing the Senate as soon as possible so it can sign it into law.
The president calls the House vote a giant step forward in carrying out my economic plan to create jobs, reduce costs, make our country more competitive, and give working people and the middle class a fighting chance. And the president added his often repeated line, "It's fully paid for." Friday's vote came after the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimated that the package would worsen federal deficits by $160 billion over the coming decade. When asked about the dollars,
so our assessment and the assessment by many economists out there is that there will be savings over 10 years that will actually reduce the deficit.
Americans for Tax Reform says the Build Back Better plan will saddle Americans with the highest personal income tax rate in the developed world and the highest capital gains tax rate since the 1970s. The group calls it a violation of Biden's middle-class tax pledge to oppose any and all tax hikes on Americans making less than $50K.
Now, also regarding Build Back Better, tonight, faith-based preschools are very worried that if the bill passes the Senate, they could ultimately be left out of that huge pot of money to do things like renovate their facilities. I asked the White House press secretary about that today, but she ignored my multiple questions. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.